Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ticketmaster Studios. I'm Dave Archer. This is our series where we take a look at some of the players that I feel like might be relevant for the Falcons in the draft coming up. We're just a few weeks away. We got to get ready for the draft. Let's talk about players that could affect Atlanta in the first round and maybe even into the second round. Let's talk edge rushers. I know that's music to your ears as a Falcons fan. Let's find some guys, some fire breathers to go get the quarterback. Let's start with a kid from Alabama, and everybody knows him, Dallas Turner. He's been mocked to Atlanta in a lot of different mock drafts so far as we lead up to the draft. This is a kid that has an elite first step off the edge. You see his ability to track the quarterback down from behind. He's got sudden hands. Watch him right here as he plays into the blocker. Sudden hands right there. Knocks the tight end back and is able to make a play in the run game short of the first down. Solid tackler in the open field. He has the ability to redirect and get to where he needs to get to. Here he tracks down the quarterback against Ole Miss and makes a play. Now the point of attack can be a little of a problem. It's run strength. Doesn't always equate with this young man because he's a little bit lighter in the rear end. You're talking about 245 pounds. But this is an elite level player that's going to affect your defense. Let's go to Latu. 6'5", 259-pounder out of UCLA. Started at Washington, then moved to UCLA. Ran a 4.64 40 at the combine. This is a versatile and mature athlete, and meaning he understands the game, very skilled. His ability to look for cut blocks, steps over the block here, is able to get out in the bubble screen, make a play. He plays with excellent strength and leverage at the point of attack when running the football. Got a nice eye for the football as well. The only question mark about Latu is the medical. He had a neck injury at Washington prior to transferring to UCLA. So where is he there? It looked like he checked out all the way when it comes to the medicals at the combine. Look for Latu to be a high draft pick. How about Jared Verse coming off the edge for Florida State? 6'4", 254-pounder. Was at FCS Albany, and it just transferred into Florida State this last year. He ran a 4.58 40. This is a kid that just lit it up this year for Florida State's really dominant defense this last season. Could play in any scheme. He can put his hand in the dirt. He can stand up. He has a tremendous first quick step, and then he plays with power. He blows through blocks and is able to close the cushion. I think he has great versatility in either scheme, in any scheme you want. Here's the ability to knock the ball down. Uses his hands and his footwork instinctively to diagnose the situation and then go make a play. Can be a little overwhelmed at the point of attack with big guys that get into him, but he's an outstanding player and had a great year at Florida State. How about Bralen Trice? Let's go to Washington, team that played for the national championship. 6'4", 245-pounder. Ran a 4.72 40. This guy has a relentless motor. I want you to watch this guy play hard. The number 8 gets out there and gets in your face. Relentless, and it plays with urgency on every play. I love that he doesn't take any plays off. Disruptive versus the run. He plays with strength, meaning he gets his leverage down, gets his hands underneath your pads. He's a really good set the edge type of player. Maybe lacks a little short area quickness, if you will, but we're picking at stuff now. We're trying to find something. This guy's an outstanding player. He'd be a very good addition to the Atlanta Falcons. How about Chop Robinson? 6'3", 254-pounder out of Penn State. Ran a 4.48 at the 40. Chop Robinson is an explosive, fast player. The numbers would tell you that. He gets on and past blockers extremely quick. It was really jumped off the tape when you watched him, is his ability to get by blockers and get onto the ball carrier. Must continue to develop hand use, but he has great closing speed. He's a guy that made a lot of plays in the backfield for Penn State. That's another guy that you'll see go high in the draft. Not saying all these guys are fit at the 8 spot, but certainly Atlanta's ability to maybe slide back and forth in the draft or potentially find one of these guys sitting there in the second round. A couple other guys to think about: Darius Robinson, Chris Braswell. How about Jonah Ellis? Yeah, that's Caden Ellis's brother out of Utah. Wouldn't that be cool to maybe team those guys up on the defensive front? But those are the edge rushers that we feel like potentially could affect the Falcons early in the draft, early in the first round, maybe sliding back in the first round, maybe even to the second round. But fire breathers nonetheless that are going to go get your quarterback.